So hello guys, today I'll be explaining part 2 of NPSC 2019 mains Nagaland portion for 76 marks. So I'll be continuing from 2, 5, 10 and 20 marks. So let's get the video started. Question number 1, list 4 major tribes of Nagaland. So it is a very easy question. You can mention any out of the 16 tribes, 4 tribes. Which Indian states or countries have borders with Nagaland? So for 2 marks you can write in brief that Nagaland is bounded by Myanmar in the east, Arunachal in the north, Assam in the west, and Manipur in the south. So if we look at the map of Nagaland, so if this is Nagaland, then it is bounded by Assam in the west, Myanmar in the east, Arunachal Pradesh in the north, and Manipur in the south. So we can write this in brief for 2 marks. Name the capital and largest city of Nagaland. So the capital of Nagaland is Kohima, which is at 20 square kilometers, and the largest city in Dimapur is largest city is Dimapur with 927 square kilometers. Next, how is Mithun related to Nagaland? So Mithun is, first of all, for 2 marks you can write that it is a state animal of Nagaland and its scientific name is Bos frontalis. And it also features in the state emblem of Nagaland, which represents health, wealth, strength, stability, and prosperity. So, if you look at the state emblem, then our state emblem consists of a mithun in the center, and this mithun represents health, wealth, strength, stability, and prosperity of Nagaland. What is the average rainfall and duration of rainy season in Nagaland? So, first they are asking average rainfall and duration of rainy season. So 2 points you can write this. Average rainfall is from 2000 to 2500 millimeter, or 200 to 250 centimeter, and the duration of rainfall is between May to September. Next, list 4 metals whose minerals are found in Nagaland. So for 2 marks you can write this. Nagaland has metals such as cobalt, chromium, magnetite, copper, zinc. But this question may be asked for 5 marks in the coming years, so we'll be prepared for this. So the major minerals found in Nagaland are gold, limestone, nickel, cobalt, chromium, magnetite, copper, zinc, and recently discovered platinum, petroleum, natural gas are major minerals found in Nagaland. So the state has huge gauge of unutilized limestone, marble, granite, petroleum, natural gas. Coal is found in Nazira, Borjan, Tiru Valley of Mon. Limestone of grey to whitish color is found in Wazeho, in Satuza, in Fek, and Nimi belt of Tinsang district. And ores of nickelferous chromite magnetite occurs in ultra belt of Pokpur in Tinsang district. So Nagaland is yet to fully explore its rich, huge resources of natural oil. So if you want to know which source I got it, so I have written it from the Nagaland geology website. So you can trust this answer. Next, list any 4 major crops of Nagaland. So rice, millet, maize, and pulses are the 4 major crops of Nagaland. You can write different crops such as horticulture crops like oranges and passion fruit, etc. So how do you know? What do you know about the Kachari ruins? So Kachari Dimasa ruins is located in Dimapur. The ruins are a series of mushroom domed pillars that was created by the Kachari kingdom that ruled before the Ahom invasion in the 13th century. So Dimasa or Kachari ruins is located in Dimapur, and there are a series of mushroom tombs. So if you visit Dimapur, you'll see that it has many uh, dome shaped pillars in the form of um, chase parts, and it was built by the Kachari people near the river Dansari, and they ruled before the Ahom invasion in 13th century, when Sukaba, the first king of the Ahom ruler in 1224 AD, became the ruler of the Ahom, became the first ruler of the Ahom kingdom. Next, for 2 marks, explain the qualities of Doyang River of Nagaland. So They are explaining what are the special qualities of Doyang. So the Doyang River Wokai has strong economic and traditional attachment to the local people. They provide sufficient fertile plains and slopes for cultivation, community fishing and hunting, and it is also a resting ground for the famous Amur falcon bird, which migrate here every year, and a hydroelectric dam which generates about 75 megawatt of power to Nagaland. So the qualities of Doyang, we can write this as it is useful for cultivation, community fishing and hunting, resting place of Amur falcon, and a hydroelectric dam which generates about 75 megawatt of power. So next question, list two wildlife sanctuaries of Nagaland. So instead of two, we'll be explaining all the wildlife and national park because they are not much in Nagaland. So the national park is the Indangi National Park, which was established in 1993, and its area is 202 square kilometers. Wildlife sanctuaries we have four. That is Fakim Wildlife Sanctuary, that is in Kifuri, which was established in 1980, and it has 6.4 square kilometer. Pule Batse Wildlife Sanctuary, Kohima, which is established in 1980, same as Fakim, and it has an area of 9.23 square kilometers. Rangapar Wildlife Sanctuary, which was established in 1986, and it has 4.7 square kilometer, which is the smallest. And the lastly Singpan, which is in Mon, and which was established in 2009, and it has an area of 23.57 kilometers square kilometers. And there are two elephant reserves in Nagaland, that is the Indangi Wild Elephant Reserve, which was established in 2005 within the national park, and Singpon Wildlife Sanctuary, which is in Mon, which is the latest tiger reserve established in 2018. And the largest national park is Indangi National Park, which is 202 square kilometers, and it was established in 1993. Name one folk dance and one major festival in Nagaland. So folk dance is Changsang. This is the traditional folk dance of the Chang Nagas, and the festival Changamong, which is celebrated in the first week of August. Next, name the two major dharmas practiced by the Naga people. So we can name as many dharmas as possible. That is theism, um, belief in only one god; animism, that is worshipping animals; shamanism, using rituals; lycanthropism, which believe that man can be transformed into animals and vice versa; and supernaturalism, that is worshipping nature. So these are the out of this you can write two, that is theism, lycanthropism, supernaturalism, animism, or shamanism. Next, list five key areas of focus in the aspirational district program. So 5 marks they are explaining, they are telling us to explain the aspirational district program. So we know that in Nagaland the aspirational district is only Kifuri district. So first, write a brief about what aspirational districts are. That aspirational districts are those districts in India that are affected by poor socioeconomic indicators, that is low levels of economic development, and they are aspirational in the context that improvement in this district can lead to overall improvement in human development in India. So they are targeting one of the most backward um, places among the districts in India, and the total districts selected were 115 that was identified from the Indian states, at least one from each state, and this was anchored by the Niti Aayog. And the objective of the program is to monitor real-time progress of aspirational district, and aspirational district program is based on 49 indicators. So there are number of indicators 49, out of which from which 5 thematic areas are the main areas are health and nutrition. So focusing on the health of the district, education, primary education, agriculture and water resources, financial inclusion and skill development, and basic infrastructure. So we can remember HEAFP, that is health and nutrition, education, agriculture and water resources, financial inclusion, and basic infrastructure. So these are the 5 points you can write. So for the 5 marks you can explain what is aspirational district, how many aspirational districts are there in Nagaland, what are the aspirational districts, and the 5 indicators of aspirational district, that is health and nutrition, education, agriculture and water resources, financial inclusion and skill development, and basic infrastructure. Next, how many districts are there in Nagaland? Just identify the state with the highest and lowest number of seats in Nagaland Legislative Assembly. There are 12 districts in Nagaland, in which the latest district Noklak was inaugurated on 21st of December 2017, and the number with the lowest seat in NLA is Longlang, Kifri, and Peren with 2, and Mokokchung has the highest number of seats with 10. Next, prepare a list of Naga recipients of National Gallantry Award. So the question is trying to ask how many Nagas have won Gallantry Award in the national level. So the first person to remember is Captain Nekezu Nek, Neke, Nek, Nekezako Kenguruse. So he was awarded the Mahavir Chakra in 1999, and he belonged to the Rajputana Rifles, and he was very famous during the Kargil War of 1999, where he was martyred, and he received posthumously the Mahavir Chakra. Next is Siboy Imliakam, and he also received the Mahavir Chakra in 2000, and he belonged to the second Naga regiment. Shaurya Chakra, latest one, it was received by Atu Zumbo, and he received in 2016, and he belonged to the Nagaland Police State Sub-District Subdivision Police Officer. That is next to DSP rank. Next is Captain Ellison Y. Jami, and he was also awarded the Shaurya Chakra in 2016, and he belonged to the 12 Para Commandos. Next, Major Imdiagam Kitzar, and he also got the Shaurya Chakra in 2019, and he belonged to the 4th Battalion Gorkha Rifles. And the next is he belonged to the Indian Air Force, and he was awarded the Vishisht Seva Medal, and his name is Akedo Jakalu, and in 2019 he was awarded the Vishisht Seva Medal, and he was a wing commander of the Indian Air Force. Next, describe the salient features of the Hornbill Rock Festival. Name the winners and runners-up of 2019. So actually this question is wrong, because Hornbill Festival, the last was took place in 2018. So the salient features of the Hornbill Rock Festival. So the question is asking what are the important features of the Hornbill Rock Festival, and name the winner and runners up. So we can write 5 points that Hornbill is used to promote. This festival is used to promote music among the young people and provide career options in musical industry, and generate steady income of revenue by hosting the Hornbill Rock Festival, and to allow national and international rock bands to explore Nagaland and its music, and also to provide a platform to promote traditional and cultural Naga music, and lastly is to help in the promotion of Nagaland as a landmark for music, as the land of music. And the runners-up was Perfect Strangers, which was from Bengaluru, and the runners-up was UDX, that is Under the Cross, from Nagaland. So we come to the 10 marks question. So this question has two parts. The first part is what is the status of employment in Nagaland, and explain the key features of Nagaland startup policy and its benefits. So the first question is asking what is the condition of the employment status of Nagaland. So we already know that Nagaland is reeling under extreme unemployment. So we can start the example with a report that, as per the report of the Nagaland government, approximately 70,422 educated unemployed Nagas youths are registered in the live register in the Department of Labor and Employment till 2016. So this is 2016 data. At present, the rate must be increased to 80,000, and at that time the unemployment rate was 21.4%, where Nagaland topped in unemployment, whereas Meghalaya was lowest with 1.5%. And however, it was in 2019 data. This is 2019 data, and after that the pandemic came, and this pandemic had halted economic activities, and this made the situation even from bad to worse, with unemployment rate increasing and jobs depleting because of the coronavirus pandemic. And due to this, the government is unable to provide employment to all the youth, and hence they are encouraged to venture into private sectors and startups to earn their daily income. So this is the status of employment in Nagaland. In short, we are reeling under extreme unemployment with 21.4%, and still it is increasing because of the pandemic situation. So to counter this, the this acute unemployment crisis, Nagaland passed the Nagaland Startup Policy in 2019 to accelerate and promote local entrepreneurs in the state. And it is in line with Startup India policy and will be effective for a term of 5 years. That is, it was passed in 2019 and it will go on to 2024. And the Department of Industry and Commerce will be the nodal department to implement this. And the key features of the Nagaland Startup Policy 2019 are to facilitate the growth of 500 startups in the next 5 years. That is, help 500 startups to grow and encourage made in Nagaland with innovative products. Establish entrepreneurship incubators in partnership with global leaders on a public-private partnership model. That is, partnering with private and government with to establish entrepreneurship incubators and establish entrepreneurship cell in school, that is encouraging entrepreneurship even in schools, and the 25% of the Nagaland Innovative Fund should be dedicated to women. So what are the benefits of the Nagaland Startup Policy 2018? So the state government is willing to provide GST reimbursement for a period of 3 years up to 5 lakhs per startup per year. That is the maximum amount is 5 lakhs, and the state will provide GST reimbursement for a period of 3 years. Second is 100% reimbursement of stamp duty, that is state tax registration on the first transaction. And next is 50% digital subsidy on purchase of electronic goods like computers, subject to ceiling of 5 lakhs per startup. That is, the maximum should be 5 lakhs and 50% of the digital subsidy will be provided. Suppose your expenditure is 2 lakhs, so the government will pay you 1 lakh, and 1 lakh you have to manage by your own. So the Nagaland government will be helping you to build up your startup by providing 50% digital subsidy. And next is 50% rent reimbursement for broadband connectivity for maximum of 2 years up to 2 lakhs. So the maximum limit is 2 lakhs. That is, if you are spending around 1 lakhs in broadband connectivity, so the Nagaland government will provide you 50,000, that is 50%, for a period of 2 years. And the next is power subsidy, that is how much power is consumption, how much light bill is coming. The Nagaland government will provide 50% subsidy for 5 years up to rupees 10 lakhs, and 100% reimbursement for patent filing up to 2 lakhs. So for filing patent we also need some money, but the Nagaland government is willing to reimburse 100% of its price of the amount, subject to the limit of 2 lakhs and up to rupees 5 lakhs for international patents. So this is the status of employment and the Nagaland startup policy of benefits and features. Next, for 20 marks. So this is a very long question, so please bear with me. Describe the salient features of the agreement between the Government of India and the Naga People's Convention on Local Self-Government and Administration of Justice in Nagaland. So the question is asking you to describe the salient features of the agreement between the Government of India and the NPC, that is Naga People's Convention on Local Self-Government. See, Local Self-Government and Administration of Justice in Nagaland. So the question is 20 marks, so you should be smart enough to know that you should first start with an introduction of the Naga People's Convention and how the 16-point agreement came to up, and after that only you have to go to the main question. So to fill up the answer, you need to write a brief about the 16-point agreement. The 16-point agreement was submitted by the Naga People's Convention under the leadership of Dr. Imkong Lebat on 26th of July 1960 to the Government of India. So it was passed on 26th of July 1960, and it was a landmark event in the political history of Nagaland on its acceptance under the 13th Constitutional Amendment to the Constitution 1962. It was provided with a separate article, Article 371A. This provided a roadmap from Indian Naga political situation and relationship, and Nagaland was recognized as the 16th state of India. So this was the following condition. The how the Article 371A came up, and what is the 16-point agreement. So the 16-point agreement in brief is that it formed the constitutional basis of Indian Naga political, social, cultural and economic relationship between India and the newly born state, and it also contains elaborate provision on legislation legislative, executive, judiciary, local self-government, customs and traditions of the Nagas, so far as socio-political, cultural rights of the Nagas are concerned, and it also served as the Magna Carta of the Naga people, that is an article which was very beneficial for the Naga people. So we'll come to the first part of the question, that is local self-government. So under Para 8 of the 16-point agreement provides for local self-government in Nagaland. And this local self-government provided that each Naga tribe shall have the following rule-making, administration and judicial forum to deal with matters concerning the respective tribes and villages, namely the tribal council, range council and village council. And all the customary quorum should deal with matters and cases as per the customary law and usages of Nagas. So the first question is asking the local self-government, the division of local self-government. So we know that local self-government is division of governance from the low level to the high level. So the matters of administration starts at the low level from the village council, and after that within the range council and the tribal council. So if we take the uh, Venn diagram, so the first small is the village council. So after that the range council, and after that the tribal council. I'll give you an example. Suppose in our villages, our village, suppose we take it as um, Ungma. So this Ungma will have a village council, and within the and after Ungma the range council will come. That is the Ungma belongs to the Ungbangong. So Ungbangong council, and within the tribal council the Au Sundan will come, or the Au tribal council will come. So in this way the local self-government was divided as per the 16-point agreement para 8. Administration of justice. So under the 16-point agreement, the Indian government has provided approval to the Naga customary law and custom. That is the Indian constitution respected the Naga customary law and customs. So much like a sovereign law, the Naga customary law are provided with dobashis to administer civil and criminal justice. So dobashis are interpreters of law, of customary law, and to administer civil and criminal justice, and they provide for a customary court for every tribe and village. So in case of dispute, conflicts, etc., the customary law will provide for arbitration, compensation, demarcation, the same procedure observed in any modern court. So in case the decision is not satisfactory, the aggrieved party can approach the doors of higher judicial forum. So the second question is asking how the 16-point agreement provides for administration of justice. So we know that under the 16-point agreement, under Article 371A, first 371A, subclause A, and clause A and subclause A, it provides that notwithstanding anything in the Constitution, no law of Parliament nor any executive order of the President uh, can have any effect on those and the following cases on the following subjects without the concurrence of the Naga Legislative Assembly, that is the Naga customary law and procedure, administration of civil and criminal justice, and uh, the um, customary law and procedure, administration of civil and criminal justice, and transfer of land and resources, and social, religious and social practice of Nagas. So these are the four areas where the Indian government, Indian Parliament, or the executive order of the government cannot have any effect on this without the concurrence of the uh, Nagaland Legislative Assembly with a simple majority. So under this, it comes administration of civil and criminal justice. That is, the Constitution has recognized that the Nagas should solve their own problems at the customary, which hampers the customary law. So for this, the Article 371A provided for customary court, which is used for arbitration, compensation, and demarcation. That is, um, to help the resolving parties, to help the parties to come at an agreement. And if the parties are not satisfied with the decisions of the customary court regarding any civil or criminal justice, then the aggrieved party can knock the doors of higher forum, that is the district court, and subsequently the higher court, and they can also go to the Supreme Court. So these are the following provisions that are contained in this civil and criminal justice of Nagaland. So with this, the video has come to an end. I hope you all like the video. This is the end for all question paper. Thank you, and please do subscribe and like.